Hi again, fellow unlicensed thinkers. I want to talk about songs today. We listen to a lot of music, a lot of media of different sorts, but music is a big one. And I'm going to take this back for a second because I made another video about chants and about how they burn into your brain. Whatever that thing is that the chant is about, it hijacks your brain. There's a certain beat, and that beat is very hypnotic, and it really does. It hijacks your senses, but then more than that, it burns whatever that statement, that saying is, into your brain. If you think about an old TV with a video game system connected to it, if you left that video game on pause for too long, what would happen is the TV would retain that image, that whatever screen it was on when it paused. The TV holds that image. Then when you go to watch your favorite movie later, you can see the movie, but in front of the movie is that burned in pause screen. And that's what happens with our subconscious, and anything that is repeated over and over, anything that we do over and over, it's like burning that pause screen of the game into the TV. And so we really want to be careful what's repeated all the time. Something I noticed is with songs is that they don't always have a great message. A lot of times songs have a message about being sad or being a bad, evil, amoral person in some way, just not being your best self. And with songs, not only do we hear them over and over again, so it's sending that message to our subconscious over and over and over again, especially in the chorus. You know, you hear the chorus, that's the thing that you remember most about a song. You know, you kind of to the rest of it, and then you sing the chorus at full volume. So that's really just thoroughly burnt into that screen of your mind. And that's how you start to see things, is through those images that are burned into the screen of your mind and burned into your subconscious mind. And so when we have music playing that has these less than wonderful messages, then that's how we start to see ourselves and how we start to see the world. And so any negativity in the songs, anything that says, I'm a bad person, I'm an unhappy person, or these people are oppressed, these people are evil, whatever it might be careful of that, because it hijacks your thinking, just like that chant going da 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 da. There's something hypnotic about it. But with songs, and chants too, but with songs it really becomes even worse a lot of times, because we not only hear these inappropriate messages, but we repeat them too. And this happens with chants and songs both. But songs, we're in kind of a different place. We're in kind of a happy place. So we associate this potentially negative message with a happy situation. Rolling in my car with my buddies, playing our favorite song that is programming us to think that we are pieces of crap. Probably not the thing that we want to be doing. And so it burns into our brain, it burns into our subconscious like that pause screen on the video game. And the same thing goes for things that you say outside of songs, but it's just something to watch for. If you're going to start watching for this language in songs and try to steer clear of the ones that don't have a message that you find appropriate, or that are who your higher self wants you to be, and that's probably the most important thing I could say in this video, is consider what your higher self wants you to be, and only listen to music that is appropriate and aligned with that, because otherwise you have this repeated message telling you that you're not good enough, you're amoral, you're not this great person. And so just think about what the true you wants to be, and listen to things that align with that. Listen to things that are happy, listen to things that are truly empowering. makes all the difference in the world. I'm pretty careful about what I listen to now, except when I'm lifting weights and then I play heavy metal, but that's a whole different story. So then also be careful of things that you say throughout the day that are I am and I'm not. And be careful of what comes after that, because those are another thing that really program the subconscious, that burn that image into the mind, burn it into the screen of that old TV. You say, I'm not very good at that. Well, you could say, I haven't practiced that enough. Or you say, I mean, on the positive side, you could say, I'm getting better at that. But we go through the day and we say all kinds of things. We say, I'm clumsy. I'm not that smart. All these self-deprecating things that we say throughout the day that are completely unnecessary, probably completely true, but they become true. As they burn into our brain and they burn into our subconscious, that is the lens that we see the world through. And so if I say all the time, I'm clumsy, then that is the lens I see the world through. That becomes my reality. That becomes my view. And then I indeed become clumsy. I indeed become stupid, or whatever it might be. So be sure when you're saying the words I am or I'm not, that you are very careful about what comes after that, because that's not just hearing it like a song. That's like when you're singing along with the song. But even more than that, you're telling your brain, this is true, this is me, this is who I am. So please be extremely careful. Try to say more positive things about yourself. Try to avoid saying the negative things about yourself. Sorry, throat there. Because that is, you won't know it until you make the change. Once you make that change, you start to see a different way of looking at yourself. Instead of a depressive way of looking at yourself, you have this happy way of looking at yourself where you say, I am worthy of everything. I am great. I can learn anything. I can do anything. I have all of these abilities that are just untapped that I'm learning how to use. And you have this better opinion of yourself. And honestly, when we're talking about happiness, like we always do, that's going to lead to the ultimate happiness. You are a much happier person when you have all of these positive aspects that have been burned into that TV screen of your mind than if you've burned in these negative aspects. And so think of that like having, happy little picture like Teletubbies burned onto your screen, where it's joyful and beautiful and fun, versus a scene from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre burned onto your screen, where everything just looks horrible and scary. So think of those two differences. I know Teletubbies are a little weird, but I would much rather have that burned onto the screen of my mind than Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because if I'm going to be looking out at the world and I'm going to be seeing other events and other people, I want them to be filtered through a lens that is as happy as possible, and not this horrible, ugly lens where everything looks scary and like it's out to get me. That's going to make me a happier person, and probably you too. So as always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Be sure to hit like and share the video. Have a great day.